Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and you are watching the Exploring Oracle, or the Exploracle for short. Today we will be taking a look at one of my favorite tarot decks. This is the Sasuraibito Tarot by Sasuraibito. So look at this beautiful detail at the front of the box. It comes in a two-piece box. Some Japanese. I believe it does say Sasuraibito, which means or translates wanderer. And these are the backs. You also have information on the inside of the box. This is the 8th printing of this deck. And just to share a story, this is my third copy of the Sasuraibito, but the first brand new one that I got into my collection. So this tarot was one of the first few tarots that I started using when I started learning, and I loved it. It gave me such great readings. It was such a clear reader. I love the art. It easily became one of my favorites. And I got my first copy secondhand. It was the 6th edition. And then I got a backup copy, which I also got secondhand, which was also a 6th edition printing. Now, the difference with that is that the cardstock for the 6th edition was a lot more thick and was harder to riffle. And if you know me, I riffle shuffle all my decks, which makes it which makes this edition, the 8th printing, so much easier. The cardstock is a little bit thinner, which makes it a lot easier for me to shuffle. So, I rehomed one of my backup copies. I trimmed the first one that I got. I trimmed it and made a bit of a mistake, and then eventually ended up rehoming that particular deck as well. And I just kept my brand new 8th edition because I love it so much. Let's take a look at the guidebook. This is the Sasuraibito Tarot Guidebook by Sasuraibito. So you have here the table of contents, method, major arcana, and then you have the minors over here. Now, the method, it just tells you, to make some space, how to shuffle the deck, how to cut the deck, and all that. And then it goes into the meanings of the cards. There is no image included in this guidebook. It's also just a short description of the upright and reversed meanings of the deck. However, this guidebook is really good. I mean, it has a very direct voice, and I don't know, I really connected with this deck. And later on, when we choose a card, you'll see what I mean. Then you have some information about Sasha at the back, and where you can get the cards. Now, going to the cards, there's also a detail at the inside of the box. Going to the cards, as I mentioned, the 8th printing has a thinner cardstock. It is matte. There is gold gilding on the sides, and the backs are reversible. Now, going with that thinner cardstock, the 6th edition printing was quite thick. It was difficult to shuffle, but it was also matte. But this one is just perfect for me, especially since I riffle shuffle all of my decks. So let's zoom in, and we can take a closer look at the cards. All right. So there are black borders all around the card. I did when I trimmed one of my 8th edition copies, I did trim that off. I actually liked it borderless, but I don't really want to do that with my copy right now. Maybe somewhere in the future when the gilding wears off. But yeah, since that was a secondhand copy, the gilding had worn off already, and I feel that for secondhand decks, if I mod it, I kind of bond with it more. But yeah, this is one of my favorite hermit cards. And the art style, here I am going to start talking about art styles, but again, I don't know a lot about art, but This feels very modern to me and relatable. This is an interesting devil. It's just like, it's not scary looking devil. It can be some, you know, anyone, I guess. It can be anyone, you know, just the tower, the star. So it definitely goes its own way. It's not an RWS clone, but if you're drawn to it, I think it makes for a really great beginner deck. And again, the guidebook, for me, it reads really well. There's also diversity in the deck, which again, I don't necessarily look for, but very much appreciated when I see it. I love the colors on the black border. It can be a little pippish, but it works. I don't know, it works. Ten of Wands. Queen of Wands with her cat, and the King. Moving on to the Suit of Cups. Oh, this yeah, this has a King of Cups that I really like. I'll show you later. Three of Cups. So Four of Cups. Five. Eight of Cups. And I guess the symbolic thing about this is the eight of Cups, it's leaving something behind, right? I do relate a lot with this card. It's because whenever I go through something big, like I don't know, a big breakup and all that, one of the things that I do to kind of move on or move past it is to cut my hair. And yeah, that card, I could really relate to that card. Yeah. Ten of Cups. A page. And here's the King. Oh, I didn't arrange it the right way. But here's the King. He looks like a really sweet grandpa. And you have the Knight and the Queen. I love the age diversity on this deck as well. We don't really see much age diversity in decks, I think. And this one has young and older people, which I love. Four of Swords. Ten. And then moving on to our last suit, the Pentacle suit. So we have our beautiful Ace. This is a very interesting 10 of Pentacles for me. We have the Knight, the Queen, and the King. Alright, so I zoomed out to show you how this shuffles. So again, some people probably wouldn't riffle shuffle gilded decks, but I like riffle shuffling all of my decks. So yeah, I'm just like that, and it's a huge part of my practice, shuffling a deck. If it doesn't shuffle well, it's usually a deck that wouldn't usually stay long in my collection, because I wouldn't be called to use it if it doesn't shuffle too well. So yeah, this one riffles great, a lot better than the 6th edition. It also side shuffles really well. Oh my gosh. And we will be reading for that one. I was a little bit nervous because of the candle, but yeah, it side shuffles easily as well, doesn't stick. It's a very nice matte cardstock. And oh, it's 2 cards, so we'll probably just read for the top card, which is the 3 of Swords. Okay, so for the 3 of Swords, the keywords are heartbreak, pain, and sadness. Feeling wronged, stabbed in the back, hurt. This card carries feelings of great loneliness, suffering, rejection, betrayal, separation, and disappointment. You may feel lost and surprised by the pain. The 3 of Swords can either represent a wrong being done to you or the possibility of you hurting others. Are you hurt, or do you wield the blades? The reverse meaning says forgiveness, healing, understanding, and moving on. So it's very short and concise, but it connects to me on a level that it was one of the first few decks that I felt really understood me. And I wasn't sure I would be drawn to this art. And again, it can be a little bit pippish at times. I love her. But this is a truly special deck. I know that I don't usually gush a lot in my videos. I try to keep it as neutral as I can, but there are some decks that I just feel I can really wholeheartedly recommend, and this is one of them, the Sasuraibito. I know that it's affectionately called by some people in TarotTube as the Sassy Burrito because of the tone that it has. But yeah, this is really just one of my favorite decks. It has a really unique voice, and yeah, the art here, the guidebook, I think it's really well done. So if you like this video and content just like it, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to click on the like button. I post videos at least once a week, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!